Hi, guys. It's January 1, 2023. And it's probably, what time is it? It's 3:40 in the afternoon. And I had a nice, slow, relaxing morning from the night before. Then what did I do? Oh, I drank my mushroom coffee for the first time because I'm switching out regular coffee for mushroom coffee. And that was good. I get to have a second cup. So maybe I'll make my second cup after my little treadmill walk. And I am going to get on the rebounder today, which I haven't done since before Christmas. Those are my two. I'm going to do walking and rebounder as my primary forms of weight loss exercise. I'll probably start doing yoga and stretching too, and then weightlifting because I have some weights, like 10 or 20 pounds. Plus, I'm a member of a gym, which once I get more agile, I'll do a lot more there. They have a Pilates room that I can go to during the day. Oh, that'll be fun. I should do that. Do like a live Pilates room. Oh my goodness. So I'm 30 pounds down from July. So it feels better to get on the treadmill and exercising. It's really hard when you're overweight. It's hard to move a very heavy, overweight, older body. It's just hard. I have talked about this before. I did a DEXA scan where they scan your skeletal system. And the lady goes, "Oh my gosh, you are never going to have osteoporosis. You have such dense, thick bones." And she said they weighed 115 pounds for the bones. So I was like, oh my gosh, just my bones, just carrying these bones, my skeletal system around is 115 pounds. Then on top of that, I have X amount of pounds of fat and X amount of pounds of water and muscle. How much does all that weigh? You know, a lot. So it's not easy to move a big, heavy body. But thank God that I've been able to lose the 30 pounds because it's definitely making it a lot easier for me to exercise and move. So I have this wonderful treadmill that I'm on in my house, and it's right in my face every time I go in and out of my house to go to my car, my garage. It's right there, so there's no excuses. And I actually got on it. Right now I'm barefoot on purpose. I'm walking on it barefoot because I've heard that you have better balance when you're barefoot. You train your feet for better balance. Now, it might actually hurt my feet because I'm not having any support, but I will figure that out tonight. I do want to say that I drank my mushrooms this morning for my coffee, and I feel good. I feel energetic. I mean, I'm thinking maybe that's part of the reason why I feel like getting on this treadmill after I just had my lunch. I had a late lunch. And I want to say that when I read that book, The Glucose Revolution, she said that if you can do like a 10-minute walk after you eat, you know, like the Europeans do, then you can utilize a lot of the glucose that you eat in your meal. So one of my desires for the new year is to use my treadmill more often and actually get on my treadmill after I eat and do like a 10-minute walk, you know, almost like if I was living in Europe and I had to walk to my restaurant or go outside and go for a walk afterwards. that's what I would do. So that's one of the resolutions that I have for myself. My big one was to get off of coffee in the morning. And I've done it. I was off of coffee for a decade, from my 30s to my 40s, really like 15 years. I think from 30 to 45, I stopped drinking coffee. Then around 45, I got introduced to Lavazza coffee at an Italian coffee shop. And I just really loved going there, getting the coffee, walking around. City Center was like a little town, and I would walk my dog, and I would see all the people there. Felt like I lived in Europe. And it was pleasant for me. I enjoyed it. So I kind of got hooked back on coffee. And then in 2020, when COVID happened, I got introduced to another coffee called Ruta Maya from Costco. So it was cheaper and it tasted good. So since 2020, so what is that, 2022? So for 2 years, I've been drinking coffee every morning. But I know that I've been having some health changes, like my hair started falling out. And I think that's just because the coffee's affecting my thyroid. And I'm not willing to drink coffee if it's going to make my hair fall out. So right now I'm remineralizing myself, drinking these little vials of minerals in the morning. And today I switched to mushroom coffee. So we're going to see how the mushroom coffee goes. So far, it's okay. You know, it was a little different this morning. I wasn't used to the flavor, but that's with anything. And then the benefits on the backside of how I feel right now, because I drink the mushroom coffee, instead of crashing, I feel energetic. And I feel excited, and I feel excited about my future, and I feel excited about the channel. And I'm hoping that I can help inspire others to join me on this journey. Like, maybe they've got 5 pounds to lose. I know my sister only has like 10 pounds to lose, and she's excited and motivated. So I hope I can help inspire others. That's what the purpose of my channel is. And to just have us always be learning for ourselves. I am not a subject matter expert. I am experiencing all the changes, the things that I want to do for myself in real time. Like right now, doing a live while maybe someone at home I can be inspiring to. So I know I used to watch a girl, I think her name was Thick Chick Fitness. And I remember watching her while I was like looking at my phone going, oh, I can't wait till I feel like doing stuff like that again. And here I am on my treadmill. So we're going to see how long I can get this motivation flowing. And really, I'm just going to do small markers where, like right now, I only told myself that I needed to get on for 15 minutes, which it's not that much. But it's more than the 15 minutes that I've been getting on the treadmill. So I'm starting small. I remember when I was in college, my senior year, I did Nutrisystem, and I lost 50 pounds. I started at 204 or 206 pounds, and I got down to 155 or something. And I think it was 54 pounds total right before I graduated from my senior year from college. And I remember having a commitment, like I had a job, so it was during the summer, and I remember saying, even if you can only go for a 15-minute walk or down the street or out the door and back, go. Just go to get yourself in the habit of always going. And so, you know, I used to just tell myself, oh, if you don't have 30 minutes, it's not worth it. But that's not true. I actually experienced that If you can just get up and move for the shortest period of time. Maybe it's a 5-minute walk. Maybe it's a 10-minute walk. 5 minutes one direction, turn around and come back for 5 minutes. That actually is beneficial in itself. So don't let the fact that you don't have, in my case, I don't even have tennis shoes on. I have my bare feet right now. And don't let that stop you from just getting up and moving. So when I read the Glucose Revolution, her name on Instagram is Glucose Goddess if you want to follow her. She highlighted that U of H, University of Houston, found a muscle in the calf. It's like right here in the calf. Here's the foot. Here's the muscle. As long as you move that muscle, you're using glucose in your body. And really, like, that's the key. You always want to cycle out the glucose, use it for energy. Glucose is energy. The problem is if we don't move, we don't use it, it gets stored. How does it get stored? It gets stored as fat so that we can have it another day. Well, I have glucose every day. I don't need to store fat. So making sure I use the glucose that I do eat, and I'm talking about glucose in the form of carbs, simple carbs, non-simple carbs, like complex carbs that are good for you. They're all carbs, and they all have glucose as their base. So I'm 13 minutes in, y'all. Thanks for hanging in there with me so I can stay on this treadmill for my commitment. I got 2 more minutes, and that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to force myself to do right now. The next thing I'm going to do is jump on my rebounder, which right now it's right behind my treadmill, but I have to pull it out. And I think I'm going to put it over there and watch a little show or something to keep me on the rebounder. That is a little more tricky because I don't want to fall off that thing, trip and hit my head. People may not know I'm dead for a couple days. So anyway, oh my God, I shouldn't even say that. That's horrible. Can't believe, cancel clear. That's not going to happen. But because I'm so heavy right now, I do put a bar stool with a high back next to the rebounder, so I can kind of have a stabilizer and just kind of bounce and stabilize myself. When I get lighter, like in 20, 30 more pounds, I'll feel more comfortable not using anything. I'm just kind of close to the weight capacity max. I don't really want to test it. So, and I don't want that to keep me from getting on it anymore because I've used that as an excuse. I'm too heavy, I can hurt myself. I've been using that as an excuse not to get on it. And now, since I've lost 30 pounds, I'm giving myself the permission to try to use it as a way to help support my lymphatic system and to help remove waste in the body. Y'all, I got 20 more seconds. Yay! So when I get organized, I may actually start scheduling. The problem with me is that I love freedom, so I don't like schedules. So I don't like to tell someone that I'm going to do something because then I have to do it. And it's always no fun to have to do something. I enjoy doing what I feel like doing in the moment. I'm definitely a feeler when it comes to things and experiences and emotions and time. So guess what, guys? It's 15 minutes and 25 seconds. So I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to do my rebounder, and I'm going to, what else am I going to do? I am going to have my second cup of mushroom coffee because they want you to drink the coffee 2 times a day, and it's low caffeine. because you'll feel the benefits faster if you do it twice a day. And it's, again, half the caffeine of coffee, so it's not the same as drinking another cup of coffee. But it's a way to get all that goodness in you. And I'm curious if it's going to give me a big boost in the afternoon at 4 so that I can feel energetic and I won't feel hungry for a snack, okay? So here's something I want to say. I'm going to trick myself because I'm already 16 minutes into a 15-minute walk. And I'm talking and I'm on the treadmill. If I can talk myself into staying on this treadmill for just almost 3 minutes and 10 seconds more, I can say that I did a 20-minute walk, which I wasn't planning on it. I didn't even tell myself I had to do 20 minutes when I got on the treadmill. I just told myself I was going to do 15. And then that helped me to want to say, what, 15? That's nothing. I can totally do 15. Let me just get up here and do 15. But now I'm almost at 3 minutes and it's 20 minutes. So how I decide that is like if I'm totally out of breath, if I feel tired, if I feel like I couldn't do it, I wouldn't suggest it. I would say, bye guys, and then hop off. But because I feel like I have the energy and the stamina, and on top of it, the feeling that I will feel from having finished 20 minutes of a walk is so much greater than just jumping off the treadmill just because I hit 15 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna stay on here for now, what is 2 more minutes, okay? So I'm at 18:04 seconds. So I am going to finish out 20-minute walk today on my day 1 of my 2023 new me, new commitment, new enthusiasm, motivation. I want to lose 69 pounds. My dream is to lose that by August. That's going to depend on how much walking I do. The more walking I do, the more fat loss I will have. In the last 5 months, I have not been excited, motivated, or interested in doing a lot of walking. So I'm checking my heart rate right now. I'll tell you what my heart rate is. It says my pulse is 160. That's kind of high, isn't it? I'll have to look that up. But it's my first time on a treadmill in, gosh, I don't know, 4 months or something. I've got 45 seconds to go, guys. 45 seconds, that's all I got to go. I'm gonna finish this up with 20 minutes flow. All right, so sorry you're having to look at my chin. It's just the way the phone is on my treadmill. All right, so I've got 20 seconds. We're gonna do a New Year's Eve style countdown, okay? Let me put on my glasses. 15, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My pulse, 20 minutes. Yay! Woo! Whoop, whoop, whoop. My calories I burned were 224. It looked like it said my pulse was 59. My pulse is 131, which is great because it was 160 when I first put them on. So, and I did 75 calories burned. I did 2 miles an hour. And I basically did like a half a mile in 20 minutes. Okay, because it says 0.67. At a 1% incline. All right, whoop, whoop. I did it. That's all that matters. That's all I cared about. Thank you for joining me. Join me on the journey. Subscribe and Share your comments. What do you think about all this? Join me.